Right, there we go. So real quick, something that I wanted to bring up is something that a lot of us do is, how do I put this? All right, I'm sure every single one of us has asked a friend or family member for advice, and when they've given us that advice, we really wish they hadn't. So something that I'm starting to realize is that, there is a time to ask for advice and there is a time to ask for support. And I think we forget the difference. There are some days where we need advice from our friends, hey man, tell me if this sucks and be honest with me. And then there's times where we don't want that honest opinion. And I think what we need to realize is at that moment, we're not actually asking for advice anymore. We're asking for support. So today, what I mean by that is I was asking my buddy to look at one of my videos, and as I was showing it to him, he was telling me I think you could have done this, or you should do this, and I realized, I wasn't really looking for his critique. I just wanted him to say, hey, good job on getting something out there. So about halfway through it, I even looked at him and was like, hey, look, man, I appreciate what you're trying to tell me, but I don't want to listen to it right now because I'm going to take your critique and I'm going to overanalyze it, and then I'm not going to do anything. And sometimes it's better for me just to do something and learn from the process for me to keep overanalyzing and not doing it. So I think something that we need to realize, both as somebody sometimes seeking it and somebody giving it, is that there's a time to ask for advice and there's a time to ask for support. And sometimes we need to realize when somebody is asking for support versus asking for advice. So yeah, that's my little tidbit today, is I realized that I ask for advice a lot, and sometimes I really just want support, and I need to learn when I'm just asking for support to say, hey man, I don't care if it's good or bad, just give me a little pat on the back and say good shit on just doing it. Because sometimes that will lead to the progress of whatever it is you're working on. So just realize that it's not always advice that you need or want, and it's not always advice you need to give. Sometimes there's a lot more value in just saying good job and supporting someone, or getting that pat on the back and working from there. That's all I got for you. Just remember, sometimes support is a little more important than advice.